Hello. Uh, I'm going to go on with soil just a little bit today. This is what I'm doing is I'm going through a series called "The State of the School" about Frank's school here at the Camp Range campus, and I'm tempted to pause a little bit because that couple that I mentioned, Dave Montgomery and Ann Bilke. I didn't know how to pronounce her last name, so I was hesitant. They worked together. They wrote those books, at least the one I stress so much. They wrote that together, and they've written another one since called Soil Stories. Well, I'm trying to contact them, uh, and I think I'm going to pause on this particular subject a little bit to see if I'm able to contact them. I've listened to a couple more interviews of theirs, and I think there's some information I have which might be of interest to them. If not, I'll go on with it here, but I'm going to just wait a little bit on that. But I wanted to just touch up a few things. Yesterday, when I broached this subject, I should have also broached the subject of what's now called soil regeneration. And what do they call it? Carbon dioxide, whatever. I mean, it's soil, it turns out, is one of the best ways, or the really almost the only believable way to get carbon dioxide back out of the atmosphere and into the soil. And related to that is a subject, is a material called terra preta, Terra, new word, Preta, terra preta, soil black, Portuguese for soil black, that scientists don't quite understand how they managed to do that, ancient peoples. So I wanted to mention those two things. And another thing, when I mentioned keeping soil at just the right moisture, well, it's diverse. It's not just all the soil at all that just the right moisture. My contour ditches result in zanjas or zahas that hold the soil, and so you've got water being held, full of life, full of tadpoles or salamanders, you might call, well, tadpoles too, salamanders, water snakes, all kinds of vegetation. And then right on the lower bank of it, it's dry, not bone dry, but it's dry. And so there's a whole diversity of moisture in the soil when I'm managing to work it right, and I have the water supply. So I wanted to mention that. And I also wanted to mention that my worry about leaching minerals and valuable stuff out of the soil through the water, I have no doubt that happens and can happen. And it's been a devastating thing to the Amazonian rainforest. That soil down there leaches tremendously. This soil, not so much that it does, and I still don't have that resolved. But water meadows is something I don't think I've mentioned in this series, but I certainly wrote about it in the Meadow book, and it influenced me. Water meadows were built and used in England principally, but also in Holland, and they are attributed to, or a lot of the growth of cities at that time is attributed to water meadows. And part of the business with water meadows is to put the fields underwater, flowing water, slowly flowing water, for part of the year to let the grass get started. Now that was a certain kind of soil, limestone-based soil, and it was for sheep. But you know, a lot of that kind of stuff, I don't have time here to go into the details. But I think those are two of the things that, or a few of the things that I wanted to just fill in with what I said yesterday. And then I'll turn, I believe now, to botany for a while and see if I end up hearing or managing to contact David Montgomery and Ann Bilke. Bye for now.